Hello everyone, welcome to Everyday Essential series of Shantha Lakshmi IAS Academy. So today we'll discuss the topics of 9th of August 2025. First, we are going to discuss about the new scheme, that is the Merit scheme, and second about the National Task Force on Mental Health, and third about the Jaisalmer city, fourth about the Khakori train robbery, and finally Lesotho country mapping as part of the African continent mapping series. So starting with our first topic, that is the Merit scheme. So why we are discussing this? The Union Cabinet has approved the proposal to implement this scheme, this Merit, which stands for the multidisciplinary education and research improvement in the technical education. So this is a scheme about the technical education. So coming to the scheme, it is a central sector scheme approved with the financial allocation of rupees 4200 Indian crore rupees. And out of this 4200 crore rupees, 2100 will be externally sourced. That is, these 2100 crore rupees will be funded by the World Bank as a loan. So as this is the centrally sector scheme, out of this 4200, 2100 will be sourced by the World Bank, and the remaining 2100 will be entirely funded by the central government only, as this is the central sector scheme. And coming to the period of the scheme, the scheme will cover from the period of 2025-26 to 2029, 35 years. So it will cover the 275 technical institutions selected by the Ministry of the Education. And out of these 275 technical institutions, 175 will be the engineering colleges, engineering institutions, and 100 will cover the polytechnic institutions. So what is the objective of this merit scheme? That is to improve the quality, equity, as well as the governance in the technical education aligned with the National Education Policy 2020. So remember, this merit scheme is a central sector scheme which is also externally sourced by the World Bank, covers a period of 5 years and will cover the selected 275 institutions aligned with the 2020 National Education Policy. And what are the expected outcomes of this scheme? See, the digitalization strategies in participating states or UTs. It will help to analyze the or improve the digitalization strategies in these 275 institutions and the development of guidelines for multidisciplinary programs among the technical courses. These will also develop the guidelines for having the multidisciplinary programs, not only one discipline. It belongs to many courses. Under this, it helps to have the guidelines for many courses, which is under these technical courses. And also increase in learning and the employability skills of the students. This is the one of the most important outcome of this Merit scheme, that is learning and the employability skills also. Increase in transition rate of students across the student groups, and also strengthen research and the innovation environment will also be achieved through this scheme. And also relevant labor market aligned curriculums and blended courses developed and rolled out. So under this Merito scheme, if this is implemented successfully, the labor market aligned curriculum will also be developed and also rolled out in these 275 selected institutions. And also the development of future academic administrators, especially the women faculty also in terms of the technical education. So through this merit scheme, it will improve or it will expect the benefiting in all these areas of the technical education. Moving to a second topic, that is the National Task Force on the Mental Health. So what is this National Task Force? So this is the National Task Force constituted by the Supreme Court. Why? To address the student suicides and the mental well-being, particularly in the higher education institutions. Remember, this National Task Force on Mental Health is constituted by the Supreme Court to address the suicides and the mental well-being in, especially in the higher education institutions only. Remember, higher education institutions. And this national task force has recently launched a website, and that website hosted the surveys to gather inputs from all the stakeholders, including students, parents, faculty, mental health professionals, and the members of the public also. So let's see what is this national task force is all about. So this national task force is on the mental health of students and the prevention of the suicides in the higher education institutions. It was constituted on 24th March 2025 by the Supreme Court by recognizing the urgent need to address the mental health concerns in especially higher educational institutions. So the Supreme Court has observed that it is an urgent need to address the mental health concerns in the higher educational institutions. So it immediately constituted a national task force under the chairmanship of retired Justice S. Ravindra Bhatt. Retired Justice S. Ravindra Bhatt. And it also, this national task force also includes experts from various domains also. And this national task force is expected to submit its interim report. Interim report, that means the initial report within the 4 months from the date of the order. And it is expected to submit its final report within the 8 months from the date of the order. So apart from this, retired chairperson of justice, retired Ravindra Bhatt, and other various domains, it also has other members as the ex officio members. We'll see who are those ex officio members. The ex officio members are the Secretary of the Department of Higher Education, and Secretary of the Department of Social Justice and Empowerment, and next comes the Secretary of the Ministry of Women and Child Development, and fourth is the Secretary of the Development of Legal Affairs. So these four secretaries from various departments under different ministries act as the ex officio members. So not only these ex officio members, this national task force also has the convener, that is the joint secretary of the Department of Higher Education. Along with the joint secretary as the convener, it also has the nodal officers from each of the state and the UTs, Union Territories. And these nodal officers are appointed or selected by the chief secretaries. Chief secretaries of the respective states or UTs. And this nodal officer should be the high ranking officer who is not below the rank of the joint secretary in the Department of Higher Education. So this nodal officer and the convener will come from the Department of Higher Education only. And the ex officio members include the Secretary of the Social Justice, Women and Child Development, and also the Department of Legal Affairs, along with the Department of Higher Education. So, what does this national task is entrusted to do? So, it has given the 3 tasks by the Supreme Court. So, it has to do these 3 tasks and submit it interim report within 4 months and the final report within 8 months. So, what are the tasks? The first is the identification of the predominant causes. So, what are the causes which are leading the suicides by the students? The causes might include the ragging, not only ragging, but it also include the caste-based discrimination, sexual harassment, academic pressure, financial burden, and mental health related stigma, tribal identity, disability, sexual orientation, political views, religious beliefs, or any other grounds. So, this national task force has to identify what are the predominant causes for the suicides of students in the higher educational institutions. And then, after this identification, this national task force has to analyze the existing regulations in dealing with the causes. So it has to thoroughly assess the effectiveness of the current laws, policies, and the institutional frameworks which are applicable to the higher educational institutions. In terms of this predominant causes, what are the policy frameworks are dealing with the predominant causes of these incidents relating to the suicides? And next, after this, it has to recommend the strengthening protections. It has to propose the necessary reforms to the existing legal aid and the institutional framework, and also it has to create a more inclusive and the support academic environment, thereby giving the innovative solutions to the problems of suicides and the mental health issues in order to prevent the suicide and the mental health issues in the higher educational institutions. So this is all about the National Task Force on Mental Health, which is constituted by the Supreme Court. Now moving to a third topic, that is the Jaisalmer city. So why is this in news now? See, the NCRT is renewing his syllabus, right? The new NCRTs are coming around. So as part of this review of the syllabus, a map in the new NCRT Class 8th textbook, which shown that the extent of the Maratha Empire in 1759 has come under criticism. So what criticism it faced? See, the Chaitanya Raj Singh, who was the head of the royal family of the erstwhile princely state of this Jaisalmer. It called the map, which shows the Jaisalmer lying within the dominion of the Maratha, as historically misleading, factually baseless, and deeply objectionable. So there was a map in this new NCRT Class 8th textbook which shows this Jaisalmer is part of this Maratha dominion, which was criticized by this Chaitanya Raj Singh. So regarding this criticism, the NCRT has said that yes, if there are any objections, we will remove that map. And regarding this also, many historians have said that the map is fully false and objectionable, as this Jaisalmer does not come under the Maratha Empire or Maratha dominion. So let's see about this Jaisalmer city. It is also known as the Golden City, and it was founded in the 1156 AD on this Trikuta hill by the Raval Jaisal of the Bhatti clan of the Rajputs. Raval Jaisal. So, and with his name only, through his name only, the city name Jaisalmer has come to force. And this Jaisalmer was also attacked by the Alauddin Khilji during the 12th and the 13th century. This battle was gone for nearly 9 years between the Alauddin Khilji and the Bhatti clan of the Rajputs. And in the 14th century, it was also attacked by the Firoz Shah Tughlaq. And in the year December 1818, it commanded the British protectorate of the Rajputana agency. So finally, it has, in the modern era, it has come under the British era. And in 1947, after India getting independence, the Jawahir Singh, the then governor or the then head of the princely state of this Jaisalmer, signed an instrument of accession, signing the agreeing the Jaisalmer into the Union of India, entering into the Union of India. So this is the history of this Jaisalmer. And coming to the cultural importance, so it has this Jaisalmer fort, which is also known as the Sonar Killa or the Golden Fort. It has declared as the UNESCO World Heritage Site along with other forts of the Jaisalmer in the year 2013. It also has this Gadisar Lake, Natmalji Ki Haveli and Salim Singh Ki Halevi, Bhadabag and the Jain temples, which specially belongs to the 16th Tirthankara, that is Shantinath, and the 23rd Tirthankara Parshvanath. So here you can see the pictures of these important cultural artifacts. This is the Jaisalmer fort. And this is the Gadisar Lake. This is the Natmalji ki Haveli, Salimji ki Haveli, Bhadabag, and here this is one of the Jain temple under this Jaisalmer fort. And coming to a fourth topic, that is the Kakori train robbery. So why we are discussing this on 9th August? Because the Prime Minister Narendra Modi today paid tributes to the valor and patriotism of Indians who participated in the Kakori incident, marking its 100th anniversary. So this Kakori train robbery in the Indian history by the revolutionaries was done on the 9th August 1925. So this is the 2025, which marks the 100th anniversary of this Kakori train robbery. We'll see or we'll revise what is this train robbery. And also this 9th August also marks this, in these years, the World Sanskrit Day also. And today, this World Sanskrit Day comes on this 9th August. And now coming to this Kakori train robbery, it is also known as the Kakori conspiracy case. It was done by the Hindustan Republic Association on 9th August 1925. So what is the objective? What was the objective of this Kakori train robbery? It is to fund the revolutionary activities of this Hindustan Republic Association by looting the British money. And the second is to arouse the national sentiments in the public against the British and also to garner the public attention at those times also. So coming to the events, so this incident, the Kakori train robbery, was the incident took down on this number 8 down train. Took in the number 8 down train, which was leading from Shahjahanpur to Lucknow, which was traveling from Shahjahanpur to Lucknow. And on this 9th August 1925, after passing this Kakori, one revolutionary, that is the Rajendra Lahiri, pulled the chain. Rajendra Lahiri pulled the chain and other revolutionaries. It involved total 10 revolutionaries directly participated in this Kakori train robbery case. So this Rajendra Lahiri pulled the chain and other 9 members entered the train and looted money bags which consist of rupees 8,000 and escaped to Lucknow. So during that event, one lawyer was there in that train and he went to the compartment to know about his wife condition. So at that time, one of the revolutionary killed this lawyer. So that triggered the British and that pulled into the investigation of the total issue. So, after investigating, the British arrested 40 people all over India who are associated with this Hindustan Republic Association. And they began the trials in 1925 and in 1926. So, out of this 40 people, 20 people, the cases on these 20 people were withdrawn due to the lack of the evidence. One is the lack of the evidence, and some members transformed or turned into the informers to the British. So that's why the cases on these 20 people were withdrawn. So they conducted the trials on the 20 members only out of 40. Arrested 40 and the trials were conducted on 20 members only. The final verdict was given in August 1927, that is after 2 years of this train robbery. And in that, the death sentence was given to the Ram Prasad Bismil, Roshan Singh, and the Rajendranath Lahiri and the Ashfakullah Khan. So these are the 4 main persons who planned this train robbery case, and these are directly involved. So that the death sentence was awarded to these 4 people. Remember, Ram Prasad Bismil, Roshan Singh, Rajendranath Lahiri, and the Ashfakullah Khan. And for the others, 16 people, it deported again 4 members to this Kalapani Central Jail, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and for other peoples it given imprisonment on different years. For some it gave 9 years, for some it gave for imprisonment of 5 years, and for some others it's 3 years. So this is the Kakori train robbery or the Kakori conspiracy case. Remember, it is this 2025 marks the 100th anniversary. So this year prelims, it is a important topic for the expected question of UPSC prelims. So go and revise this topic fully. And coming to a final topic, that is the Lesotho. So till now we have discussed the South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and here it is this Eswatini, or the previously it is known as the Swaziland. Now we are going to discuss this Lesotho, which is completely encircled by the South Africa. So before it is known as the Basuto land. Previously, it was known as the Basuto land. So, it is a landlocked country in the southern Africa. You can see here, it is entirely encircled by the South Africa. And its capital is Maseru. And it is known as the kingdom in the sky because it is the only country in the only independent state in the world entirely situated above the 1,000-meter elevation, and it is entirely surrounded by the South Africa, you can see here. And it is largest of the three enclaves of the world. So what is this enclaves means? Enclaves means one state or one country is fully encircled by only one other country. So there are three enclaves in the world. One is this Lesotho, and the other is the Vatican City, and other is the Republic of San Marino. So these two are completely encircled by the Italy. So these are the three enclaves in the world, and in that this Lesotho is the largest enclave. And two-thirds of this land is covered by the mountains only, and its highest peak is the Mount Etlinyana. So that's all for today. Thank you.